Hey folks, Jay Barino here, welcome back. It's StarCraft Remastered. This is going to be the final mission, the final video of this series. It's Omega. It's the last mission in the Queen of Blades campaign. This is probably not the best mission for me to be getting back into the swing of things with, considering I haven't played this game for about 3 weeks as I have been traveling so much in the month of December. But you know what? We'll rely on some game knowledge, some map knowledge, and hopefully pull through. Infested platform over the planet Char, Kerrigan's base of operations.
Cerebrate, our scouts have just identified 3 separate fleets approaching this platform, with Duran having disappeared, and the bulk of my brood still on the surface of Char. You'll need to hold off the invaders by yourself.
You sound worried, Kerrigan. Have I caught you at a bad time?
Not at all, Arcturus. How'd you manage to scrape up your new fleet? Been raiding the salvage dumps again?
I called in a few favors, made a few concessions. You'd be surprised to see how many special interest groups in this sector want to see you dead.
I'm sorry to have to disappoint your new friends, Arcturus. But you really shouldn't have attempted this stunt. It'll take more than your 3 little fleets to bring me down.
3 fleets?
Don't play dumb, Arcturus. I've already spotted the other 2 fleets.
Kerrigan, this is Artanis. My brethren and I have come to avenge the deaths of Phoenix, the Matriarch, and all of the other Protoss who fell before the Swarm. It is long past time you paid for your crimes against our people.
When it rains, it pours.
The Protoss, too. Care to take a guess as to who the 3rd fleet is?
No need to guess. It's Dugal and the remainder of the UED fleet.
That is correct, Kerrigan. This is Admiral Dugal. I am giving you one last chance to surrender your forces and submit to the sovereign authority of the United Earth Directorate.
Gee, that's a tough one, Admiral. You'll have to let me think for a minute. You know, Admiral, I think I'll just massacre your remaining troops now and watch you die in agony. How would that be?
You vastly underestimate me, my dear.
I don't think so, Admiral. You see, at this point, I'm pretty much the queen bitch of the universe. And not all of your little soldiers or spaceships will stand in my way again.
So be it.
Destroy all enemy forces. Let's go. Let's do it. Okay, so there is an expansion that we can take that's a bit further south of our base. There's no easy ground path to it, so we're going to have to secure it, and I probably really don't want to take that until we can get a Nidus Canal up. So for now, we're really just going to be stuck on one base. So let's just get this stuff saturated and just get some more drones. We're going to need... Well, we kind of need the minerals more now, but I'd rather stockpile the gas because we're going to struggle with that the most, I think, in the long run. So let's just get some basic upgrades. I think we're going to probably want to grab Lurker Aspect as soon as possible. And I really don't remember which side gets attacked first, so we'll just set up a couple extra colonies in each location and then be ready to respond. And we'll get Zergling speed so that they can run around our base and hopefully defend where they need to defend very quickly. We'll get some more Hydralisks. Really just inch our way through this mission. That's the only way I can imagine doing this, is, again, just sort of inching our way through it. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be time-consuming. This may be more than an hour. We'll see. Again, I think it's going to be one of those that once we get our footing and we get rid of one enemy, which I think we're going to go for the UED first, it's going to become quite easy. But, again, it's getting to that point. It's not easy to do. It is nice that we just start with a hive, I will say. And I'm being a little greedy here by pretty much exclusively making drones. I think this is going to be worthwhile. And again, the sooner I can get a Nidus Canal up and being able to move forces between these two, we're going to need a lot of Hydralisks and eventually Ultralisks, primarily to deal with Reavers. Otherwise, I think just Zergling Hydralisk will be enough to defend in pretty much every case. So for now, again, let's just set up a couple extra colonies. We're going to need some more troops. Here come the Protoss. What's going on down here? Nothing. That's just minerals. Okay, there we go. Looks good. And this is why I would like to get a few more Hydralisks so that we can get more Lurkers. And by more Lurkers, I mean any Lurkers at all. And I find that the Protoss are the most annoying on this map by a long shot, so I'm going to focus on defending that side first. Okay, so now we can get some Lurkers. And let's just grab 2 of them. Need overlords for those. Let's move on up here. I never made this into a sunken colony. Okay, yeah, and again, we're going to try to hold on to what we can at this point. There we go. Sunken colony coming up, and the colonies are just going to be to delay, as usual. Another lurker, more drones, another overlord. Okay, and then just hydralisks, lots and lots of hydralisks. So we're going to need lots and lots of lurkers to defend these sides against the Protoss. Okay, here they are attacking. Was that... Where was that? I don't know. I don't know where that was. Okay, so let's make some more lurkers. And just get these lurkers... Again, we want to make sure they can stay alive as well, so it's going to be worthwhile getting some... It's going to be worthwhile getting some extra spore colonies set up to make sure that the Protoss, for example, can't move in with a bunch of... observers and easily pick off my poor lurkers. So we're going to set up a lot of colonies as well. Keep in mind the UED are going to be attacking us with a boatload of junk. A bunch of air attacks as well. So as long as we go into the UED with a lot of hydralisks, I think hydralisk... Oh, okay, and the Dominion's attacking us up here. Realistically, I think the UED can be killed with just circling hydralisk. I actually think that. It might seem a little crazy, but I think that's actually true. Okay, so more drones and drones. Let's get another round here. And then Evolution Chamber will grab Carapace first, and then I just want to get all of these, again, basic upgrades. It might be worth me trying to take that bottom base, though it is a little aggressive to take this early. I think I'll at least get groups of Zerglings that can move between. I need a Defiler mound, because Defiler's going to be useful to defend against these large air attacks that are going to be coming in. And then we're going to need just lots and lots of detection at each location, because we're probably going to get nuked as well. Going to be really, really annoying. If we're going to get nuked, it's most likely going to be here or maybe here. It depends. Okay. And then I think we just start making hydralisks. More overlords sounds about right. Grouped spines. Again, I'm spending my gas as I get it. It's possible we'll be able to take this bottom base early. I guess let's do it. The sooner we can take it and get a Nidus Canal set up, and then we have hydralisks that can transfer between the two bases. Again, it's very risky, but it'll pay off if we can make it work. Okay, drone making his way. Let's get an Overlord down here with the expectation that there will be Dark Templar eventually, and then just get groups of hydralisks that we can move between the canals. Hydralisk circling. We have to make it work with that right now, and then save up our gas to get more powerful units like Defilers and maybe a couple Ultralisks, and just getting these base upgrades and getting Adrenal Glands will almost definitely be worth it. Taking this base is important almost exclusively for the gas, so let's try to do that. And these two bases are not easily reinforceable, as I was saying, so we just have to hold on for the ride. I would like pneumatized pretty early, or maybe antenna, or possibly both. It's hard to say what would be more useful. Were we attacked very much recently? Let's get pneumatized. It really doesn't hurt. When we need detection, we're gonna really need it, so it's gonna be worth getting this stuff set up. We'll get another spore colony here. More sunken colonies over here. And then just more drones. That's fine, because we're going to be setting up a lot of colonies between these two new bases. Okay, and then we got to stockpile this gas. It might be worth putting another drone on gas here. It's kind of hard to say. I don't think so. Sunken colony. Ooh, actually, no. Spore colony. I'm not that concerned about UED air attacks, to be honest. Okay, and then I'm making a lot of drones here. It's going to be worth it because we're going to canal some down here. Saving it for Adrenal Glands, I think. And then any new gas that we get beyond that, we're going to get Antenna. And then Ultralisks. That's going to be the best we can do. So just make lots and lots of Zerglings now, I suppose. Okay, good start, decent start. It's not fantastic, but it's not bad. Let's just go ahead and move some of these down here and get some of these units through. Oh, I haven't actually made the canal yet. Right there, please. We're going to get attacked from both sides here. This is not a free base, keep in mind. Let's return this. Okay, they're blinding overlords. That's really not the worst thing that could be happening right now. Now we're getting antenna. Whoops, should have gotten adrenal glands first. That's all right. We'll be able to have that soon enough. Okay, get through there. Whoops, 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 whoops. Double click there, didn't mean to. Extractor. More drones. And then lots of colonies down here. We're going to need so many colonies to keep this area safe. It's going to be crazy how much we're going to need. Okay, double sets of attacks. Let's move up here and get rid of this because we're lacking air defense. Okay, looks good. Let's go and get this set up. The Protoss luckily ignored my new base. They just straight up ignored it. Okay, adrenal glands. Finally. There we go. And then we're going to get missile attacks. And I will get 2 more Evo chambers, even though I can't really afford them. What's going on down here? Real weird there. Thank you, Dominion, for being assholes. All right, get this set up right here. More drones. Spore colony, sunken colony, and then we're going to set up some lurkers. Okay, you're all going to be... Oh, we need gas for that. That's okay. We'll get more drones and, again, hopefully get this set up properly. Let's throw another drone here. Colonies. Okay, and anti-air is going to be the real key down here, even though I'm about to make more lurkers. Did I start adrenal glands? I did. Okay, good. Meanwhile, the start of this isn't as bad as I seem to recall. It's really not that big of a concern. That was a really weird spot for that thing to drop. Okay, drones. Let's get another overlord down here as well, just in case. Well, we want to keep one. That one's blind. We can't do anything about that. Let's just move some of these down here. Lurkers to help defend against the Protoss. Setting up lots of spore colonies. So we want to keep these lurkers kind of away from... Well, it's hard to say. I want to keep them not too close to the colonies because then Reaver shots will kill them. Let's burrow this here, get more drones, and move this one over here. Spore colony. Might be worth getting another... Well, nah, I was going to say might be worth getting more hatcheries down here. We've got enough up here. Now we just got to start spending our money. Got to spend it. Got to do something with it. Melee attacks. Carapace. Got to get these upgrades really quickly. And... the key is... So we're going to have to... Whoa, what's going on here? Never seen this before. Never seen that before. Can we just kill this thing? Sorry, drone. Just very, very odd. Kill it. Then make more drones. Is when we go and attack the UED first, we have to make sure that we don't get smoked in our own base while we are doing that. So I think it's worth getting as many upgrades as possible. We probably will not need too many defilers, or any defilers for that matter, to go and attack the UED. I don't expect to. All right, throw another one here. Set up more colonies. We need one over here in case we get nuked. Okay, and then make some more Hydralisks down here. We want to make sure we keep this group alive, and I want to get my Brood War Ultralisk upgrades before we go and attack. We're going to need some Ultralisks, some Hydralisks, and then just keep making Overlords. Cool. So the beginning of this map is not nearly as bad as I recall it being. This has been kind of a joke so far, to be honest. And though I'm waiting to get hit by like a huge attack that's going to absolutely smoke me. So let's throw down a save right here. Got that gas income that we need, though. And like I said, I'm pretty confident that Zergling Hydralisk would be enough to realistically get rid of the UED, though at the same time, I just want to be secure so that when we go and attack, we're not bringing all of our forces. We have enough at home to defend against something so that we don't get, again, completely steamrolled in the unlikely event. And it's not really that unlikely. We're on the last mission here. Things can go awry. Things can go awry. Might even be worth waiting to get up to 333, because I'm allocating my money to do that, whereas the enemy will not. Okay, and let's just make more colonies here. Lots and lots of colonies, and I might just make more drones at home so that I can send them through the canals as well. So let's do that.
Require more minerals.
More minerals, whatever, whatever. Will we even need... We might want to bring a couple overlords with us. I don't know. I assume that the UED would have cloaked ghosts, but I'm not really sure. I don't think the UED nukes. I don't know if they're disallowed to, or it's just somehow the AI was set to not do that. I don't know. Okay, Defiler Mound's coming up. It's done. We're going to grab Consume, and I think if we make a Defiler, we're going to want it down here, because this base needs to... It's probably already paid for itself, but we just have to be extra, extra careful that the worst doesn't happen. Because the worst easily could happen. Let's get some more sunken colonies, more drones. I hear something getting attacked. All of you go through the canal. We just need these guys on minerals. Cool. Chitinous plating is a must, and now we can continue getting our basic upgrades. What is this? Can I tell if it's level 1 or level 2? What do we have? 2 Carapace. Okay, that's not bad. I think we're about where we want to be to go and attack the UED. As you can see, I'm adopting a bit more of a serious tone this time around, because I don't know what's going to happen. This could be a huge disaster if we're not safe, but I think we'll be okay. We just need more anti-air just to make sure that nothing comes in and really causes us huge problems. I have a feeling that once the AI starts attacking, it's gonna become a big problem. So we want to try to move out and do what we can early. Maybe even I could try to snag some. Wouldn't it be cool if I could snag a command center from Dugal? That would be pretty neat. And then keep in mind, once we have that from Dugal, we'll probably be pretty safe because we're going to have 2 or 3 more bases. I see attacks. Okay, let's move these guys over here and ensure the Protoss are attacking around from another direction. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Try to flood on top of him. Oh, they killed a lurker. That's a shame. Okay, not too bad. Is there another one? No, that was just an observer. Remake that lurker. Every one counts. What's happening here? This is what I was talking about, though. This is what I was expecting, is once the AI becomes online, they're going to be extremely mad. Keep making Ultralisks, Hydralisks, Zerglings. We're going to go and attack Dugal now, I think. We just have to get into position to do that. So let's change some hotkeys. I'm comfortable enough with 3 hatcheries at home, and then once we take the white side of the map, we'll be in better shape. How we doing here? Missile attacks level 3. Let's get some more drones, because I'm going to be pulling off some here to be able to rebuild these. What? Come on. Can you guys not... Oh, I see. Come on. If that Hydralisk was just sitting there, just not sure what to do. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Zerglings, Zerglings, Zerglings. There might be battle cruisers, but if we send in enough Zerglings, they won't be able to stop us. Okay, and then apparently I made these... Oh, they're rallying down here. That's right. I remade these because we pulled so many drones off to make colonies. Sunken colony here. Okay, looking good. And then meanwhile, just making sure you have an abundance of overlords pretty much at every location as well. It seems extremely important to me. Ultralisks, Zerglings, Zerglings. Okay. We're gonna need more Hydralisks in this group, but for now, I say we start pushing up. Let's save. I say we start pushing up to the upper right and start clearing out what we can. It's not gonna be easy, but we want to start going, and probably getting stuck on the ramp with Valkyries and battle cruisers is going to be tough, but ultimately will work out in our favor, I think. Okay, tried to save him at the last minute. It didn't work. Hydralisks, Hydralisks, Hydralisks to flood up with. Okay, we found part of the UED base. There's also a little base we can take here, which I think, considering we're already pushing... How did this guy get in here? I see. Okay, well, you know what? Just stay there. You're taking up supply, though, so I will kill you. Come on. I'm, like, focused on killing this one thing. Okay, you guys all come backwards. Now, in this particular instance, we do not have to kill everything. I think it's just the main production structures, I think. Okay, so now we change our rally point to up here, and we're going to make Ultralisks and Hydralisks and Zerglings and all that. Oh, what have I done? Whoops. Just opened my Windows thing. Okay, come on back here. We're going to clump up. Nice, we're getting rid of a base. Again, this is what the Zerglings are best used for. And then focus down the battle cruisers. As you can see, they're sending in a lot of air power to stop us. Focus fire, focus fire. These guys are just sitting here doing nothing. This is the perfect display of the different factions on the map. If you know, this white faction is spread all over the place. So you go and attack them in one place, and they will be extremely, extremely frustrated with you. Nothing in this bunker. Nope, they already unloaded it. That's good. So I had mentioned maybe just going and taking this base right away, because if we're going to attack white, they probably will be too busy defending themselves. We did kill a lot of... What did we kill a lot of? We killed a lot of their air fleets. Now, they'll probably be rebuilding those pretty soon, but for now, I think we're pretty safe. Okay. Let's see, what don't we have? I guess we can grab Metasynaptic Node, not super important. +3 melee attacks for sure is next. There we go. And I think Zerglings, realistically. And then we want just more and more and more hatcheries. Next, we have to cut across the map to go up into the next section. So, we may not, like I had mentioned, we may not have enough Hydralisks at this moment to do this, but we can at least start making a dent. Their air fleet will not be enough to kill the sheer amount of units that I have right now. My overlords will probably die, but I don't think their wraiths have cloak. I think that's like purely a Dominion thing. I don't know. The way that the enemy tech works on this map is very intriguing and different. And it's not really what you would expect. Hydralisks, I need you in here. This is where bringing in one Defiler would have been extremely useful. But I didn't do it. Okay, we have enough Hydralisks. The battle cruisers are gone, and now we just flood in with the rest of our units, and this is pretty much the entirety of the UED. They might have a couple production structures hidden away, so we're going to have to clean those up, but this is their main... These starports, that's like their only thing we have to be concerned about. I don't know who we're going to want to kill next. The Protoss are annoying, but they're coming in kind of scatterbrained, as you can see. It's really not that concerning, like a Corsair and a couple. They're not hitting you. They're not hitting me with a lot of different things at once. That's no problem. We had some pre-placed spore colonies that are going to get rid of that. That's all done. Okay, and the concession should be happening relatively soon, considering, again, we got rid of their ability to produce what consists of their main attacks, which is typically... Let's make some Zerglings to get rid of this. Their main attacks are typically battle cruisers and Valkyries, and we didn't even really allow them to even get to that point. We wiped them out before it was a problem. There's one battle cruiser remaining, it looks like, so let's divert some Hydralisks to go and kill that. They only made it to 1-1-1, not too bad. And the rest of his stuff will go neutral, I believe, which means that we won't have to worry about these pre-placed missile turrets once he concedes, which should be pretty soon. I don't know if you destroy a certain number of buildings or it's like only certain kinds of buildings. I'm not sure. Can we kill this thing quickly before it gets away? We can. No irradiate. Okay, no concession yet. We kill this, make it run in the opposite direction. There we go. Ah, there is another starport there. All right. Well, let's keep cleaning. Keep cleaning them up. The UED is gone though, and on the back foot of this, we're gonna start making lots and lots of air units, I think, or we take our combined ground force and try to take out Protoss. We'll leave Menks for last. And the only reason is because most of my supply is taken up yet, and I haven't started making spires.
Kerrigan, I am prepared to offer terms of surrender. It is my wish that you allow my men to live.
You're not in a position to offer me anything, Admiral. And I don't take prisoners. I'll tell you what. Turn your remaining ships around and start heading back towards the Earth. I'll even let you have a head start before I send the swarms after you. It'll be interesting sport to see how far you get before you die.
Before you die. All right, that's one down. This is incredibly easy. To slay the beast is definitely harder than this, only because it starts a lot faster, and having to deal with the combined attack forces of the Terran and Zerg, yeah, it's a whole different level. This has been extremely easy, though I can see how this would not be as easy if you weren't extremely quick at the beginning to try to make a dent somewhere. If you let all three sets of enemies kind of get to a critical mass, we'll be in trouble. But for now, it seems like we're absolutely fine. Now, we don't have to worry about cleaning up the rest of White. We just had to wipe him as we did. We have a lot of Ultralisks, which we're going to absolutely need, and then we're going to flesh it out with maybe even Scourge. Hard to say. We need to just target down some carriers as we find them. Just make the Greater Spire and get started. Burrow, I mean, why not? We haven't even really made a dent in a lot of the harvesting capabilities of these bases. Okay, and then we attack down the right side. Really? Okay, we're gonna need so many Overlords because so many are going to die, and we need constant vision because there's Dark Templar flipping everywhere. Plus, if there's Arbiters, we're gonna get stasis. It's just gonna be a pain. The combined force of Protoss spellcasting is so annoying. So incredibly annoying. Let's move down and capture this as like a forward staging area right here. I don't really need another base. I really just need gas, so I guess we'll set this up. I think I made drones, and they're like making their way down here, unfortunately. Turn around. Let's go. Back here. So I gotta babysit this stuff. Move on in. Do I have Overlords? I do. Again, you gotta constantly be on the lookout. No. I, like, exclusively need gas. I could take this base. I could take this base. There's more than enough money on this map, and I suspect that we probably won't even really need to remake our army that much. Reaver, please. Just kill the Reaver. Meanwhile, you guys target the carrier. Someone had mentioned in the comments, and they were absolutely right. It's kind of funny how the AI, they cleverly use recall, but then they just A-click with the same unit they just recalled, and then it ends up dying. Here's the perfect situation where this is happening. But actually, it's a little too far back, so there's nothing I can do to get it. Hydralisks. I think Hydralisks and Ultralisks at this point. You don't even really need to make many Zerglings. Just gas, please. All of you go on gas. Okay, and you know what? They're throwing away their Reavers, and every Reaver we kill means that there's one fewer... there's one new one that they're going to rebuild, and if they're not rebuilding it, it means that... If they are rebuilding it, it means... Oh my god, okay. If they're rebuilding it, it means that it doesn't have Scarabs in it. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. One down. And then meanwhile, we'll start making Mutalisks, I'd say. Because we mostly just need Guardians to deal with Mengsk. Let's wait for these Ultralisks and then we'll go. Again, I only need gas at this point, so let's just make Zerglings. Just make Zerglings. To flood in and get rid of Artanis with a follow-up. There's the Mutalisks. We don't want them coming down here. They're getting saved up. Guardians. Actually, we could bring them with us. I think we're probably good here. Just Overlords follow here. Protoss are actually attacking us right now, so we have an opportunity to push in and destroy their base if we are quick enough. Didn't even have to use a spellcaster yet this map. Could still happen. I think we have enough Hydralisks. I think we have enough Hydralisks that this is going to be fine. Move in with the Overlords and Overlords. Not sure where some of these units are coming from, to be honest. Yeah, we moved in with enough Ultralisks that they didn't have enough. Again, this is not mass recall. If you have a large enough army, it's really not that bad. You know what? We've got Guardians. How ideal. Just got to make sure to level them up. They were coming in for the nuke. I saw that. Okay, and again, I think, yeah, more than enough. Just keep rallying up with Zerglings. Even Mengsk, he's got a lot of anti-ground, but if you flood in with enough, he's going to go down. Yeah, I am actually shocked at this. I think maybe there's just a difference with to slay the beast, mostly because you're on an island and it's so much more spread out, whereas this, you're more consolidated. It's a lot easier to defend all the different fronts. I don't know, man. Artanis has a few more buildings. We'll go and get them. Let's just go and finish him up. I don't think he has really much of anything else to stop us. Yeah, it's like this weird area down here. This is all Protoss. This is set up differently than Mass Recall. I don't remember this weird... I think it's... In Mass Recall, it's like an upraised ledge. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Now, getting down this ramp is a pain in the butt. We just got to push our way in. As long as we have enough Hydralisks, they'll kill the... They'll even kill the Interceptors before they can do anything. So let's attack down here. Savor this victory, Kerrigan. Any minute now. Okay, very cool. And then that's done. I guess we can get more Guardians, I think. No, I think we just need... Hydralisks, honestly, where they might have a lot of rates. Yeah, this is the area I was thinking of. Again, the setup is just a little different than it was in Mass Recall, but it doesn't matter because Protoss is gone. Protoss is so annoying on this map, but we got rid of them. The combined might of the Protoss spellcasting in the hands of the AI, even an AI that's not set to the hardest difficulty, is a problem. It's challenging to deal with, that is for sure. There we go. Just get rid of these two gateways, and he should concede. We also out-upgraded our opponents so quickly.
Savor this victory on the attack. For the Protoss will never forget your treachery. We shall be watching you.
Okay. And then with that, I think we just want to start attacking over in this direction. This is going to be my new rally point. Didn't even have to take many more bases. We're flooded with cash right now. And I think we make a go at it. And let's bring the Guardians, because we're going to need to use them to snipe things on high ground areas. +2 attack. Any minute now. There we go. And I did send some units to just start attacking. Spider mines. So there's no way that we can really lose at this point, but Mengsk is irritating because of the spider mines, as well as missile turrets, ghosts, cloaked wraiths, and tanks. So altogether, Mengsk can be annoying. I think we'll be fine. We're just going to have to just focus a little bit and ensure that we push through these bases without losing too much. Like for now, let's push down here. Okay, and as you can see, we're already losing just like a boatload of stuff. There's like 16 tanks back here. That is insane how many tanks there are. We could try to kill some of them so that we can push in here with Zerglings later. Okay, and with that, it looks like we're going to have to rebuild everything. And I think we may just want to make... more hatcheries so that we can just speed this up a little bit. It looks like Menks was just turtling up. He's like, oh, well, she's coming for me. I'll just make 8 tanks and siege him up, and frankly, that works. Like, what can you say? That's gonna work every time. All right. Hydralisk, Hydralisk, Hydralisk. Hydralisks. All right, get out of there, Overlord. Yeah, okay, so let's do this. No, don't fly over my drones, you clown. Okay, but stop it. Okay, so you're gonna be hotkey 9. You're gonna be hotkey 0. Maybe one more. Oh, and you know what? I have some more stuff back here. Shouldn't be too bad to get back in the swing of things. Again, if we make enough stuff, specifically Ultralisks at this point, I think we'll be fine. And we just gotta get rid of Wraiths that come in. We lost all of our Guardians too, so we'll remake those. All right, let's just take a moment to like solidly rebuild and get fully maxed out at this point. I think that's all we really need. They're gonna want to keep trying to retake this. It doesn't matter. Look what's left over here. Overlords, let's go. What's over here? Nothing. Okay. Stop. Just stop irradiating. So as you can see, if we would have allowed all the AI to get to this point, we would have struggled. But right now, it's just Manx. It's just us versus one AI. There's like no way that they're going to be able to realistically stop us. So I think we'll be okay. But they do keep whittling us down, which is a problem. So let's just keep making... We just need lots of anti-air and overlords. Whoa, look at you! Look at you. Okay, move on up here. You little jerks. They're finally deciding to attack with all of those siege tanks that they decided to make. I don't know why I'm so focused on going ground to this map. I just need to make Guardians again and we'll be okay. Nuke. I don't know. I'm not particularly concerned. Looks like it's... Is he like here? Down here? Okay, fine, whatever. You know, attacking down in this direction doesn't seem like a bad idea. That actually seems way easier. So let's, actually, maybe we just attack with what we have now. Kill those ghosts before they can nuke us. There are so many tanks. It's unbelievable how many tanks there are. I should have taken my own advice and just taken a chill pill. All right, fine. Back up. Wow. Okay. Mutalisks. You know what? The Dominion in general has no way to counter Mutalisks besides irradiate, so we're just gonna make these. Stop flying directly back into this. This is embarrassing. Just for the sake of my sanity, I may just go ahead and make a shortcut just while I remake an army, because I don't see much of a point in sitting here while we remake. Oh my god, just kill the Wraith. There we go. While we sit here and remake all this stuff over and over and over again. They just nuked this area twice. Okay, fine. You know what? Here. Make them up here so that they'll be left alone. Which way do my units have to go to get out of here? Make it there. That's fine. You can probably tell I'm becoming a little ornery. Just in case, I guess we'll come up here and take this base. But yeah, I just gonna, you know, like turn some of these into Guardians and then make the rest just make more Mutalisks. More gas. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll make a cut just because I gotta set all this extra stuff up. If I would have played a little smarter while we pushed into this base the first time, we would have been okay, but I didn't. And now we're paying the price. Destroying this also makes more sense. All the tanks seem to be focused down in this direction, so yeah, you know what? I'll be back in a little bit while I just mass up. Okay, we're back. That was just a period of time of mindless nothing as we slowly built up, so I don't feel particularly perturbed to just cut that all out. So, yeah, it's time to hopefully go and deal with Mengsk, and if this can't do it, it just means that I'm not a good player, which we've all known for a long time. So let's just start sending in the waves of stuff. Let's go. The only thing that can cloak is our cloaked wraiths, which actually eliminated most of our air fleet earlier. But my god, like, look at the amount of tanks. But this is why we have Mutalisks this time. Like, primarily a lot of Mutalisks. But that amount of tanks, and they're all placed so perfectly behind the buildings. It's actually shocking at how effective that is. But now we've pushed through lots of Irradiates. Lots and lots and lots of Irradiates, which is why we're going to make more Overlords. And then more... I guess we just do the Mutalisks. I don't know. It should be fine either way, but we've done it. We didn't lose a single Guardian this time. Meanwhile, look at all those ghosts. It's so many ghosts. Okay, meanwhile, I think the Guardians alone should be enough, and in fact, let's just make more of them. The Mutalisks contributed a lot there, but I think we just make more Guardians, and then we make sure that we maintain a mediocre air fleet, and we should be fine. Okay, set this little thing up. Let these UED guys, I guess, sit in peace for now. Okay, and as long as we move up with an Overlord, we kill these things. Got a couple Devourers in there to soak up some of the air attacks, and that should do it. I did make more stuff. There it is. Okay. Come on down, buddies. Attacking from the other direction would have made way more sense. Again, it's really just how you approach each base. This base is clearly meant to be hugely, hugely anti-ground. And it was. I mean, we threw 2 ground forces at it, and they just melted. I'm not irritated by this Irradiate at all. Not one bit. Back up, back up. Okay, move on in. Start cleaning up. Destroying supply depots, very effective. Definitely the way to destroy your enemy in StarCraft. Maybe multiplayer, I guess you could. I mean, has that ever been like a working strategy in a pro match? Destroy supply structures? Something tells me that's not how you're supposed to approach StarCraft. Okay. Okay, and yeah, look at that. So let's just make more Mutalisks, because that is the path to victory. More gas is necessary. Where are these Wraiths coming from? That's gotta be the main thing I want to get rid of now. So let's get rid of these nuke silos as well. Just make sure we keep attacking, and so that our Guardians are always doing something at this point. Getting rid of the nuke silos up here, I think, is a requirement for victory, because the command centers are considered major production structures. Don't do that. These Mutalisks just really want to get in on the action. There you go, Guardian. There you go. Here come more Wraiths. Let's back up. Lure them to us. Yes. Yes, Devourers. Maybe we make some more Devourers. The Mutalisk attacks on the acid spores is supposed to be the big thing here. Oh my god. Stop it. Just run over here. There we go. Guardians, keep attacking up here. We just sort of like steadily been running out of money, mostly gas at this point, but again, I think now that we've busted through the majority of the Dominion, we should be fine. Every single ground unit that we had is gone. I don't know what I expected. Yeah, let's push up to the Wraith production, because it's really, really irritating me right now. Let's just get a few more Devourers. Guardians, keep pushing. Keep doing yo thang. Make a few more Guardians to replace the ones we lost. We haven't really lost that many, to be honest. We just got to get rid of what we can. So many irradiated Overlords this map. It's nuts. This is what happened when I played Mass Recall, too. I saved Mengsk for last, and he turned out to be a huge asshole. Okay, got a few more Devourers is what they're called. I've played this game a lot before. Okay. Oh! Blizzard update agent. Cool your jets. Okay. Yes, this is what we're going for. Yes. Yes, finally. You don't have to chase him around. It's fine. He'll irradiate us again later, but for now, I don't recall Menks being this aggressive with making flippin' wraiths, but, you know, it's fine. There we go. Last starport. Bunch of barracks up there that we'll go and have to get rid of as well. Now we just make a shitload of Zerglings to flood in because their ability to produce has been severely diminished. I think it's time that we tell the Senate that our ability to use the Force is diminished. Is that what he says? Has, I don't know. But they can't. What does that even mean? Very random. I remember seeing that for the first time in the theater and just thinking, like, what? That came out of nowhere. Okay, good. Destroy. They're really holding on here. They're really holding on here. Defense matrixing. Dropships. Congratulations, Kerrigan. You've beaten me again. It's true. I have. In fact, Arcturus, have you ever beaten Kerrigan at anything? I don't think so. Somebody will now reference lore from some book from 1990, 1999 that came out that's no longer technically canon, but like, well, there was this in the book where they engaged General Duke when he did this thing, and...
Congratulations, Kerrigan. You've beaten me again. Just remember that I'll be out there, waiting for you to slip up. Because sooner or later, you'll make a mistake. And when you do...
Yuck. Yuck. Okay, well, Dominion caused us some problems, but let's go ahead and just watch that end cinematic. We demolished this map again way, 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 way easier than to slay the beast, in my opinion. Here we go.
Once again, I stand atop the broken bodies of my enemies. Victorious, but not unscarred. The Earthborn Directorate has been destroyed, and the Overmind lies dead and trampled beneath the ashes of Char. As for my unlikely allies, I think that I shall allow them a reprieve. For in time I will seek to test their resolve and their strengths. They will all be mine in the end. For I am the Queen of Blades. None shall ever dispute my rule again.
Dearest Helena, by now the news of our defeat has reached the Earth. The creatures we were sent here to tame are untamable, and the colonies we were sent to reclaim have proven to be stronger than we anticipated. Whatever you may hear about what has happened out here, know this: Alexei did not die gloriously in battle. I killed him. My pride killed him. And now my pride has consumed me as well. You will never see me again, Helena. Tell our children that I love them, and that their father died in defense of their future. Over.
Super hipster Gerard Dugal still listening to vinyl. Shortly after Dugal's defeat, the remainder of the UED fleet was overtaken by Kerrigan's forces and eradicated. No UED vessel ever made it back to Earth to report what had happened. What had transpired? I was looking at the picture. Didn't actually read the word. With his ragtag fleet beaten and crippled, Arcturus Manx fled back to Korhal to lick his wounds and plan the reconstruction of this Terran dominion. Artanis and the Protoss survivors returned to Shakuras to begin rebuilding their once glorious civilization. Zeratul and James... Look at this picture. Zeratul and James Raynor went their separate ways and have not been heard from since their departure. And alone, floating on the dark platform above the burnt-out planet of Char, Sarah Kerrigan, the Queen of Blades, sat and lorded over the ravenous swarms, unable to shake the feeling that a great threat loomed just over the horizon. Kerrigan could only stare off into the vastness of space, where she beheld a great void, or perhaps a reflection of a hollow victory and of the trials yet to come. That's classic 90s, early 2000s Blizzard of just wait! We got some real cool stuff coming later, you just wait for a decade plus. Okay, well, that's it. StarCraft Remastered. I hope you enjoyed this series. I tried to have some more levity with this series because it's, frankly, becoming boring. We've played so much StarCraft 1. It's the same stuff over and over and over again. We've played Mass Recall twice, and to be fair, to justify that, I didn't know StarCraft Remastered was going to exist, and I was very excited about the newest version of Mass Recall, so I played it. It went over fine. But then Remastered came out, and it's like, well, I guess I have to play it. It's a new official game. So it's done now. A few options here. I'm probably going to move my recording schedule over to be recording 2 StarCraft Insurrection Remastered videos a week. And maybe we'll come back after that and play Enslavers or something. Maybe we'll play Enslavers in StarCraft Remastered. I'm not sure. But there's always options. It's exciting, and then there's a lot of old campaigns to return to from StarCraft 1. There are so many, it's unbelievable. I don't know how many of them are realistically playable, and by that I mean like enjoyable to play, not like working. Most of them I'm sure work, but I can't say how much I would realistically enjoy some of them because some of them are probably not great. But we'll test out some of them. We can always there's so many really good ones that we still haven't actually played, and by we I mean me showcasing on my channel for you. So we'll return to those at some point. But again, the channel schedule probably changing a bit over the coming weeks because I do want to start a new series, something Command & Conquer related, XCOM. I don't know. I put a poll out on YouTube earlier this week, and it seems like most people want to see Command & Conquer. Honestly, so many issues getting those games working. Not just working, but then also in a state that can be recorded. It's honestly a pain in the butt, which is part of the reason I haven't really approached Command & Conquer prior to this. So I'm going to probably look at which games to play that are easily recordable. So some of the newer ones, probably like Red Alert 3, Command & Conquer 3, Generals. I don't know how easy it would be. But the fact that they're slightly newer means that they'll probably be easier to record, whereas like the original ones are just a pain. So much pre-work has to be done to get them into a state that can be recorded in a windowed mode or something. So I don't know. I'll worry about it later, but that's what's going to be happening is probably scaling back my normal uploads so that I can start a new series, even just at like a once-a-week type of thing. But anyway, yeah, StarCraft Remastered is done. I enjoyed this. Probably will not be playing StarCraft 1 for a long, long time. Okay, actually, this is kind of interesting. So Pronago, you may have seen, based out of the Jay Barino Discord, he posts a stream that he does. If you don't subscribe to Pronago, you can go check him out. He hosts a stream where he's been making a StarCraft 1 co-op version, and the maps are hugely changed, and it's meant for 2 people. They're way harder, and it's not just like an Archon mode StarCraft 1. It is an entirely different game. So that's why I may be playing that with Deltrin. I don't think I'll make a normal upload of that, meaning like at my normal 12:30 time. But if I stream it with Deltrin, then I'll throw it up as like an optional later video later in the day when I typically do that, which is around 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I do plan on playing that. It's just because so many people are just overloaded, just oversaturated with StarCraft 1 at this point. But the thing is, it's so different. Again, the plot is obviously the same, but the maps themselves are going to be played so differently that I'm actually really looking forward to giving it a shot. But I don't know when we'll do that either. Okay, so this is a whole different credits for Brood War, so we're going to skip that. We're back on the main menu. Thank you, StarCraft Remastered and Blizzard, for allowing us the opportunity to revisit this series. It looked real pretty. All right, this has been Jay Barino. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye now.